guys, what's up? My name is James Swift. I'm a 14-year-old bodybuilder who loves to lift weights. Now, as a kid, we all wanted to grow up and be the next Zac Efron or The Rock, some super muscular, buff guy. So today we're going to talk about how to realistically reach one of those goals. So let's dive into the basics on how to build muscle as a teenager. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we're going to talk about is nutrition. Now, a lot of people will say you need to eat protein all the time, 24/7 if you want to build muscle. Now, as a teenager especially, that's just not true. A safe bet for eating protein as a kid or a teenager or anyone trying to build muscle is about 1.6 kilograms per pound of body weight. So that means if I weigh 140-ish pounds, I'd be eating around 100 grams of protein to safely ensure building muscle. Now you can go a little bit higher than that, especially if you're losing weight and you don't want to kill all of your muscle. Now the next part of nutrition is carbohydrates. Now carbohydrates give you energy, give you pump. Now you just want to eat those until you're around full, and if you're trying to build muscle you need more than if you're trying to lose fat. In terms of fat, it's really important to get enough. You need really good source of fat like nuts, fish, or even like some kind of special milk that has extra fat added like omega-3s. If you just put these in place with your carbs and protein, you'll find the perfect balance of what you need per day. Now, a good place to start is to find your daily caloric needs, and then if you're trying to build muscle, you want to increase that. If you're trying to lose fat, you want to lower that. So that's how many calories you'll be eating per day. And then you want to fill those in with ratios of protein, carbs, and fat. Now, you might hear a lot about pre-workout or some types of supplements that you can take before your workout. Now, those could be a good idea. Personally, I've never taken any of those. For me, I find that yogurt or rice cakes or some good source of protein and carbs is perfect because you don't want to be having fats before you work out. Also, another thing that's important to mention is you don't need to eat protein right after you're done working out or right before you need to work out. They stay in your system for around 1 to 2 hours beforehand, and as long as you get the protein in around 3 to 4 hours after your workout, you'll be fine. So let's go into the next part, training. Now, when it comes to training, there's kind of 3 different goals you need to have before you start and make your program. You can be focused on calisthenics, which would be bodyweight exercises, which is very good for beginners. So things such as push-ups and pull-ups and dips. You could focus on bodybuilding, which is trying to get bigger, not necessarily stronger. So you'd be doing most things in the 8 to 12 rep range, so 3 to 6 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And then powerlifting, where you're going for more strength and trying to increase the weight on the bar each time. Now, if you're beginning, I personally recommend something where you're not working out overly per week because it's a new stimulus to your body. So you don't want to overdo it. You want to increase that gradually over time. So like when I started working out, I started with one upper body day and then cardio, then one lower body day, then cardio, then one upper body day, then cardio, then a day off. And then the next week I do the opposite. So I do lower, upper, lower. Now that could be something you want to do, but that's probably not the best plan for muscle growth. So a beginner one would be upper, lower, twice per week, because you need frequency and volume and able to build muscle. So one of the last things we need to remember in order to build muscle is probably the most important thing. So the key term here is overload. So it's like if you're going to read a book and you want to get better at reading, you need to read more, correct? Yeah, you probably answered yes to that. So if you want to get stronger or bigger, your muscles have to adapt to a bigger stimulus. So how I said I started working out, I would lift 3 times per week. Now, if I increase that to 4, I'd be increasing the volume and frequency. So the volume is the overall workload, and then the frequency is how many times you're doing it per week. Now, you can overload in 3 different ways. You can overload with tension, you can overload with weight, or you can overload with reps and sets. So let's say the first week I'm on a upper lower program and I'm bench pressing. Now I do 5 sets of 3 reps at 100 pounds in the bench press. The next week I'd either increase the reps or the sets or the weight or how the control of the reps, so like going slower to add a new stimulus to my muscle in order for it to grow. So the main thing driving any program you should be doing is focusing on getting better each time, whether that be doing more reps or more weight. If you're trying to get stronger, you want to increase the weight over the reps. If you're trying to build muscle, you want to first increase the reps and then keep building the weight up on the bar. Alright guys, before I go, I just wanted to let you know that no matter what program you're on, you gotta work at 100% of your intensity. So if you go into the gym expecting not to try or anything, then it's not worth going. You gotta go in there and you gotta try until you can't go anymore. You gotta stick to the program and keep going, rep by rep, set by set, week by week, month by month, and just, it's like a linear graph. But of course, like the exercise you won't be doing won't be linear graph with weight, but the overall intensity, you just want to keep increasing it. So just keep getting stronger, keep getting bigger, and of course it won't happen every week. There's going to be times where you fail, but you got to keep trying. So if there's any questions you have, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learn about building muscle as a teenager. Also guys, stay tuned for more videos in the future. If you haven't already, go check out my push, pull, and legs video. I'm 8 weeks out from my first bodybuilding show, and I posted the workouts I'm doing currently on there. So look forward to next week. We're going to do 7 weeks out with different workouts. So thank you guys. Have a nice day.